What is that smell? It's not me. I just took a shower. I smell lovely. But it smells, my guests are angry at me for driving them around in this stinkmobile. What? I don't understand. It smells like vinegar or dirty socks or, dare I say, mold or mildew? What could it be? Oh, it be this. These are your cabin air filters, and if you didn't know you have them, it's probably time to change them. They are living under your dash, under your screen, in all its disgusting glory, and they probably look like this or worse. So I'm going to show you how you change them, make everything smelling new once again, and your guests will be happy. Oh, and stick around for later in the video. There is one tip in this whole process you're not going to want to skip because it will make the whole thing useless anyway. Before you do anything, you got to move the seat back. So let's go ahead and do that. All the way back. Get that thing out of the way. You want to have lots of room. I don't know what all this clicking is. You want to have lots of room to do your work. And there we go. So that's what that looks like. And then the other thing you want to do is you can see how this particular floor mat is right up against that kick panel on the left side there. You're going to want to remove that too. Looks like I need to do some vacuuming. After moving the seat and your floor mats, you're going to want to turn off the AC system. Next, make sure your lighting is in place because you're probably doing a video just like me for YouTube, right? Now you're going to want to take a pry tool to 4 clips that are underneath the glove compartment. I'll show those to you. And it looks just like that. So I recommend one like this. I just pulled it out, no big deal. I'll put it back in later. Should be one more, here it is. So there are 4 total. Get it started with a fingernail actually. There we go. Now we're gonna pull this whole piece out. So when pulling this out, you're gonna wanna pull from the left side here and pull the whole thing down. And just, it should pop right out. And then pull down. Now you wanna be careful here. There's 2 wires that you're gonna wanna disconnect. This just kind of goes out. Down and out. Down and out. The speaker just popped right out, so that's pretty easy. No clips or any tabs or anything like that you need to worry about. Next, we're gonna pull this kick panel. This whole kick panel comes out, and we're gonna start from this side. It's fastened by a bunch of clips behind it. Should be pretty easy. And you wanna start from over here, all the way inside the well. It's gonna sound worse than it is. Just pull it easily, work your way down. And once you get like a couple of them loose, the whole thing should start coming out. And that reveals what's inside. Take a look, make sure all the clips have stayed, and I think we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So we'll set this aside now. This is a 2019 Tesla Model 3, so I think they have changed since building this one, but we have to move this orange wire out of the way, and this is on a couple of clips as well. Yeah, so it just pulls loose. You can see there's a circle or a square right here. It pulls loose from this part right here, and you just put it back on when you're done. It's pretty easy, so I'll do that. On this 2019, you're gonna see that this screw is way up here. On newer models, it's down below, so they've actually learned from their mistake. I am using a T20 Torx Screwdriver with magnetic head to undo the screw here. Newer models might also have a 6mm. So we're unscrewing this. This is probably the hardest part of the whole job right here. But again, newer models, it's gonna be down here. So that's a good thing. Once you've got it out a decent amount, you kind of want to do this manually so you don't lose the screw. Putting this back in is going to be fun. Okay, I can feel it's loose, and I got it, and it fell right here. So that's fine. We'll set this aside. We'll actually put it with the clips over here, and now we can pull out the filters. We're going to pull out this door here. You can see where that screw was at, which is here at the top. And again, newer models, it should be a little easier. So now you can see inside there, you can see the first filter. There are 2 filters, and they are stacked one on top of each other. So I'm going to grab this tab here. You can see this tab right there. Pull this first one out. Ooh, you can already see it's kind of nasty. Pull that one out. We'll take a look at these in a second. We'll set this aside though. The second one, you can see the tab already is down, so it kind of falls. So you got to pull it up and then out. up and out. Also looks pretty nasty. You can bend them and stuff because you're, pulling these out. Set that one aside. Actually kind of feels heavy. Oh my gosh. What is all this stuff? That's not good. I hope I don't have rodents and stuff. I'm gonna take a look inside too. Next, we're gonna take this stuff, Kool-It, evaporator, heater, and foam cleaner, and we're gonna spray it on the inside there and run the AC at about 10, full blast, for about 10 minutes. Just let it work its way in there and get it all nice and fresh smelling. And it comes with this attachment that just you put it on top and it becomes a push button for the can itself. So you're gonna wanna put this end inside of the AC area to clean everything out. All right, so we've got this thing, all the filters out. We're gonna put this hose in here. See if I can see what I'm doing here. It's really hard. And I'm gonna kind of just get it all the way in there and just start spraying. And the idea is to just let it foam up, let it clean everything out in there. It smells really good though. Oops, I'm gonna have to get a towel to that. So the idea is it foams up in there and just cleans all the mold and the mildew. We're gonna run the AC for about 10 minutes on high. And all this should kind of filter out and get it all nice and smelling before we put the filters back in. And we're out. So I use the whole can and it's completely empty. And we'll get this out of the way. So let's get the AC running, let it run for 10 minutes, and we'll put the filters back in. Get this AC going, put on recirculate, put it on 10. Oh, oh. Kind of blew everything all over the place. Interesting. I'll get a towel on that. All right, taking a look at these old filters. They are definitely way overdue. Look at the stuff in here and the stuff on top, and it is just crazy, crazy dirty. These were definitely overdue. I mean, that's why it was smelling. We'll compare them to the new ones. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that, crazy. So, in true Tesla fashion, this is how the new ones came. Definitely the Tesla branded ones. Put those side by side, and you can tell, wow, completely different story. Take a look at the dark sides. Yeah, it was time. By the way, you're gonna see a lot of leaking in this process. You can see it coming right down there. Don't worry about that. That's normal. That's all the foam that is dissipating and cleaning out the entire system. So when you see this coming from the bottom of your car, absolutely, totally normal. I think I made the right call in getting these things replaced. Look at that. Before, after. Before, after. Ooh, ah. All right, it's been 10 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off the AC. Actually, we're gonna turn it down so it doesn't blow us up when we use it later. And we'll turn it off, and we'll get the filters back in. After the 10 minutes of recirculating air, it's time to actually put the filters back in. And as you can see with the Tesla logo right above it, there's an arrow. You really can't screw this up because the tabs need to be up anyway and out. So I'm gonna show that to you. You're gonna put the first one in and it's gonna drop down, and then the second one in, that one will just stay where it is. So let's get that in. We gotta move this again and kind of come in from the side here. Remember, you want that tab. Sorry if I bumped you there. Not easy doing this with lighting and cameras and stuff around. Probably an easier job if you don't have all that. So again, you want that tab up, because this is gonna fall in. There it goes. And keep this tab out when you put the second one in. So you see this tab here, keep that out when you put the second one in. All right, second one going in, same way. You want that tab up. This is actually way easier than it looks. The problem is I'm doing a video at the same time with lighting and cameras. It is tight though. All right, I think I'm in. I'm kind of hanging on to the second tab there. And the first tab is up top. So we've got a tab here. I don't know if you can see that. And a tab on top. So new filters are in. Time to put this back in place and put the screw in and put everything back together. Okay, so how you put this thing back in is you want to put this bottom piece and have that lock into place down below. And then this top piece kind of just falls into place. And you're gonna wanna take and hand tighten. You folks with new Teslas, you guys are lucky because it's down here, you know, the screw. You don't have to deal with this. I did get a magnetic Torx screwdriver. I'll have all this stuff down below. You can buy your own kit. Don't buy those pre-made kits. They're just overcharging for doing all the work. I'll give you all the stuff down below that I used. And I think I got it. It does take a little finesse, feeling around and hoping for the best. That's why you kind of need to know what it looks like in your mind, but it is way up there on these older models. I could see why the Tesla engineers, if they expect everyday people to do this, they put the screw down below. So it would be here if you were looking at down below, which is way easier. I mean, that's so much better right there instead of dealing with this. I don't know who thought of this, but you don't want to pay the $200 that they're charging now. And it's not the filters. The filters are like $60 or $70. They'll do that all day long for you. It's when you add the Kool-It product, which is essential to this even being worth it. It will last longer in the long run. So you need the Kool-It product. That is the tip or the step you don't want to skip in this process. Once the screw is tight, you're going to want to put these things back into place. This just goes into there like that. That one never came out. That was just part of the deal. Just push that back in, and you're going to want to do everything I taught you at the beginning of the video in reverse. So we're going to put the kick panel on first. All right, kick panel on first. You can see the big side goes in. I think I got everything right. Filters are in, screw is in, orange cable in. So we're going to kind of put this into place, and all these clips should kind of match where they need to go. So just kind of place it over top where it's going to go. And then I think once you get one of the clips in, they all kind of fall into place, and you can hear the snapping like that until you don't hear any clipping or any plastic sounds. So that was pretty easy. There you go. So that panel is in place. Now we're going to do the one underneath the glove box. All right, so you're going to want to have this piece with the speaker facing toward the middle. You're going to put both of those cables back into place, and then we'll snap it back into place, but some of the clips fell off, so we need to reinstall those as well. Kind of got caught in that orange cable. There we go. There you go. Put that back in. Where's the speaker one? Right here. Probably the easiest part of this whole thing. And then we got to kind of line everything up and get it into place. We do have one clip in there. Where is that? Maybe we don't. No, I got 3 clips there. Here, we got one clip over here on the far right. Okay, so it's good there's one clip in place. I kind of want to get that locked in, and you can hear the snap, and that one's in place. So now I'm going to do this far left one if I can find it and get that into place, and you just push it in. 2 of the 4 are in. Here's number 3. You can see how easy they go in once you got them into place. This one, just so you know, this one is pushed in and it kind of spreads out butterfly style. You want to pull that back out so it looks like that, and then you put it back in and push, and that's it. That panel is in. That completes the project. Oh, actually, no, you got to put the floor mat back in and move your seat back. All right, just to recap, everything smells lovely now inside the car. These are the items you're going to want to get. I will throw everything down in the description. Don't buy those pre-made kits for this whole process. It's super enough to go on Amazon. Click on the links that I give you. And so you're going to want this product. It's called Kool-It. That's the foam that actually does most of the work. This is the crucial tip that you're going to want to do. If you open all this up and you do all that work and you replace the filters and you close everything back up again and you don't do this step, it's going to get bad faster and not smell as good. This stuff smells really good, actually. So you're going to want to use this stuff. It's not that expensive to the whole process. So don't just change the filters. Don't just have Tesla change the filters. This part is crucial to making it really smell nice. The other thing you're going to need is a T20 Torx screwdriver, also down in the description. The newer models have a 6mm, I think it is. So if you have that handy, you could probably use that. Also, this is an older model that we did the whole video on. The screw is on top. I believe they're down below now. Much easier to get to. You may not even need this particular thing. You just need the 6mm. And then pry tools. Most people are recommending this one. I got this one, and it just seems, actually these came in a kit. I'll throw that down in the description as well. It came in a kit, and it was very helpful to have this 2-prong thing. You just kind of dig in there, pop it out. That whole part was real easy easy to get out. I was most worried about the part under the glove compartment. It was more about the screw. Everything else was super, super easy. Pulling out thing. I know that's the scariest part. You're pulling apart your car. You're taking apart your car. You're showing the internal guts of your car. That's no big deal. It pops right back into place. Don't worry about that part. The part that is probably the hardest, and again, if you have a newer model, it's not as difficult, and that's the screw. You don't want to lose the screw. It's hard to get to the screw. It's hard to put the screw back on. It's a whole screw mess. But I hope this whole process that I shared with you today made things a little easier. Put your mind at ease. You can do this. This is a service that Tesla charges a lot of money for. It used to be fairly reasonable. You're going to go on the app. You're going to go ask for this filter change. They're going to come back with a $60 or $70 number, and then you're going to ask for this to be added, and all of a sudden it skyrockets to like $180. That's up to you. If you don't want to go through this hassle, it took me about 20 minutes to do the whole thing. Now, granted, I was also shooting a video. I think the next time I do this, it's going to be 10 minutes because I know how to do it. The first time you do anything is always harder, and when you're doing a video, it's even that much harder. But I wanted to show this to you guys to show how easy it is, to show that you can do this, and you're going to save a ton of money on something that is actually kind of silly that they charge so much. So if you find this video helpful, I'd love it if you hit the like button on the video as well as the subscribe button to see more stuff that we do here on Tesla Tips and Trips. I thank you so much for watching, and catch you in that next video. So much better. Oh, nice and cool. Smells absolutely amazing because of this. Oh, yes. Yes. No more this. Ugh. Ugh.